Oh yeah, yeah.
So what's up? I'm in London to meet my good old friend Mike Schill. We work together at Grant Cardone's office. He's an amazing dude who knows a lot about business, a lot about sales, a lot about marketing, and I'm really excited to speak with him about his Full Circle agency, which is the fastest growing marketing agency in Miami, Florida. And he's taken over, so really excited to share this with you guys. Let's get it. Big Mike.
Bro, oh, God, brother. What's up, dog? Well, good to see you,
you're
man.
Looking good.
Hey, bro, you too, dog.
This is where you're staying at?
This is where I'm staying at, but we can walk around, grab a drink somewhere. Like,
yeah.
Bro, we can do anything.
Yeah,
this is great, but
there's worse parts of town.
Yeah, way worse parts of town. What do you suggest?
But I know a spot that I would like to check out. It's just like a little walk, so we might want to catch a black cab or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever we got.
You want to kick it for a minute?
Yeah.
Give me a little B-roll.
Oh yeah, we got the B-roll, man. That's what it is. There it is.
Give me a thumbs up.
We are out here, man.
So I'm here with my man Mike Schill.
Hey.
And just two brothers united here. We're gonna go to Davidoff Tobaccoist of London.
Ooh.
I'm pretty excited because I've been wanting to check this place out for a minute now.
I'm stoked.
And what's this? Bond Street. I got out at Bond Street.
That's right.
What made you pick that part of town?
Listen, the only reason we picked that part of town is because it's within Zone 1, the central area. Obviously, as far as London's concerned, Zone 1, Zone 2, Zone 3, and it moves away from the center. So that's why we chose it. We liked it though, man. We liked it over there.
I didn't even know London was built like that with stones.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's fucking ride. We're in here.
Yeah. This is it. Davidoff Fine Cigars. I believe they have a... After you, my friend.
Cubans, the rest of the world.
I was thinking Cuban or Dominican, but...
Cuban or Dominican?
Yeah.
We've got some great Dominicans. They are just on this shelf here. And then Cuban is everything but the bottom 3 shelves.
Everything with the bottom, like this is
everything.
It's all Cuban, baby.
Yeah.
Damn.
You got Hoyo?
Hoyo, yes, just down here. We've got the Glorias, and Gloria Cabana.
Okay.
They don't really roll anything out of this blend, but when they do, it's absolutely amazing.
Oh wow.
The last sticks that we had through here were the regional exclusive for the UK, the Grand Bretagne Extra.
Wow.
I mean, I could go for a little something like that.
Yeah.
Let's
just do this. A lot of places close early, huh? Pretty wild, huh? My man's in there.
I can't believe we're out here in London.
Let's go.
I cannot believe it. I knew we would link back up, but I wasn't sure where and I wasn't sure when.
Bro, 100%. 100%. We gotta do what we gotta do, man. Like.
And here we are on the last day of November 2022. What a year it's been.
Hey, listen, it's been an incredible year of starting things. I'll tell you that much.
Let's start this cigar.
Let's do it.
I'm interested in talking with you about business, about marketing, about sales, about all the good stuff.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'll say this much. No matter if you're in Bitcoin or you're not in Bitcoin, no matter if you're in any space, any industry, marketing and sales are essential. They're the life and blood of any idea that needs to be pushed to market. And so that's why I love them. I love them a ton. I mean, that's what it is.
And my friend Mike Schill is the CEO, the Chief Executive Officer of the fastest growing media agency in Miami.
Yes, sir.
Soon to be bigger than just Miami.
Hey, listen, we write on the wall every single day, Zimmerman Marketing, Zimmerman Marketing, Zimmerman Marketing. So, hey, we'll see where that goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
I don't even know who Zimmerman Marketing is.
It's a ton of $1 billion company as it relates to marketing and advertising. And you gotta have some sort of thing that you're shooting for in order to keep you moving. Not during the ups, but during the lows. That's the most important thing. So of course, that's we're not mimicking and mastering them in totality, but that is what can be achieved. And so it's good to lock in on things that can be achieved.
So what I was saying about like how I'm calling it the Bitcoin exchange.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to life than just Bitcoin.
Okay.
But I feel like Bitcoin is one of the most important things. And so my point is that I'm sure we'll touch on it, but it doesn't need to be the only focus, right? Like there's a whole world out there and a whole economy, business, marketing, sales. And I'm sure you'd agree with me that everything is sales in a sense, right? Sales is influence. Sales is getting things done. If you want to get something done, then you need to have you have to have a mind and a heart for sales, because I mean, whether you want to call it sales or not, right? Like,
listen, sales is communication, and that's what we were taught, right? And that's something that I truly believe. So your ability to communicate is directly proportional to what you then can deliver on, which is directly proportional to the problem that you solve, which is directly proportional to the amount of revenue that you produce.
And it's weird how money, and back to Bitcoin, like I believe that Bitcoin is going to completely change the definition of money.
Right.
But I digress. It's weird how money has negative connotations such that when you bring up, hey, I want to make more money, that's somehow a lot of people like get a weird reaction to that. Like that's a bad thing, when really, in order to get things done, you do need money.
And you know what, like, I feel that in the past, more so than present time, that was frowned upon. I also feel that currently, the only reason why people still think like that is because of what the past dictated. I feel that there are gaps that realize that, listen, more is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. In addition to, as opposed to a subtraction from, is obviously positive. On the road, when you're driving a vehicle, you don't go backwards. You're going forward to a destination. So in essence, it's the exact same thing. So I'm with you. That negative connotation, sometimes it's kind of crazy for people to think like that. It's rooted, I don't think, from this generation, from past generations. But I think it's our responsibility to change that. And I think you should want more, damn it. You have to want more.
Well, you want more life, right? You want more experience, more positive experience. I mean, I can't tell you how stoked I am to be kicking it with you in London.
We're in London, man. We just were in front of each other like 2.5 months ago, right on a Zoom. So, hey, man, whenever we connect.
I scheduled a Zoom with my
hey, awesome.
Love that. And yeah, I think it's a lot to do with definitions and associations. And I think that, even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Yeah. It's a great statement, yeah.
And so somebody can be you can be wrong about something and technically right, or vice versa. And it's all about your beliefs really do create your experience, right? Like if you have a belief that, oh, money's evil, then you're probably not going to get any, or you're probably not going to have success in that respect. So I think it's important,
yeah,
the education.
You write your own book. So if you think it's bad, then it will be bad. if you know what's good, then it will be good.
Mm-hmm.
And you ultimately create your, like you said, you create your experience, or you create your reality in the essence of thought. Now, am I saying that, we're the man above and we actually create things? No, but what I am saying is what you believe tends to be,
Exactly right.
Tends to be.
Exactly right. And it's about incentives, right? And a lot of people are afraid of things like sales and marketing. It's weird because, like, not only are people afraid of it, but businesses.
It's unbelievable. But why? Maybe it's because that is something that hasn't been perfected, so therefore there's no belief that warrants more time, dedication, and focus than maybe something else does in a business. Because I'll say this much: when you know something works, you do it. So for those that don't think it works, or for those that don't see its true value, well, then when they tried it in the past, did it work for them?
And if you get burned, you're not going to want to do it.
Right.
And a lot of people are they lack the skills, training, education, and confidence that you really have to be in an environment like Grant Cardone's office, where I had the privilege of working with you for a few months.
Yeah, man. Incredible opportunity.
One of Grant's top performers. You were with GC for what, 5 years?
Yeah, it's about 5 years.
And what an experience that was. I was there about 6 months, and it taught me things that you just wouldn't learn anywhere else.
Right.
And so it's just, it's no surprise that a lot of businesses and a lot of people are afraid of sales. They're afraid of getting their name out there. I wanted to ask you, because I really don't know, but would you say that businesses generally, they're more aggressive with marketing? And I think I heard you say this in a video the other day, that like marketing is one piece of the equation, but you got to follow it up with the execution.
You can't rely on one and not have the other, but you can't have one without the other.
And wouldn't you? And doesn't it seem? And I'm just pontificating and speculating here, but like, doesn't it seem like businesses they're more quick to kind of go for marketing, but then it's the follow up, and it's the selling and the closing as a service, that maybe they're less inclined to really leverage into that side of it,
which is the bread and butter, man. That's the easiest part of the business. It's what we're talking. And also what I will say is this. You said something that's important. You said service, right? The ability to serve. Yes, the ability to serve can be automated at times, but I feel that the true ability to serve a community, a pre-purchasing community or a current purchasing community, is when you have some sort of human interaction involved to really understand the customer. And that's the biggest thing. There's so many businesses, when we partner up with organizations, one of the primary things we look at is, internally, what do they have after a lead comes in, or after they're known in a certain vertical or certain type of individual or purchasing group. And if there's nothing there, then do we do business with them? No. And the only reason why we don't do business with them is because it's not because we can't help, but in order to help out an organization, they have to be willing to help out themselves. In the sales aspect, I mean, you and I both know, man, sales is there's so many opportunities in sales, even if you have a lead.
Unlimited. So you're offering, like, this is where I really believe in what you're doing, because I know that you're helping people how they're not getting helped.
Right. Yeah.
Right? Like, it's a unique value proposition. Because you're offering full stack, right? Like, you're not just running Facebook ads. You're not just throwing some paint up against the wall, like hoping something sticks.
We're not.
But you're like really like helping paint the picture.
We're providing a full service solution based off where a company is at, and how to get them to that next level. And each and every single business needs different things because each and every single business is at different stages. So what we do for a multi-million-dollar organization, a business doing $500 million in revenue a year is not the same thing that we need to do for a startup. Different phases, they need different things, different area of focuses.
Yeah.
Right? You have levers that you can pull that are different, and that right there is also part of the recipe for some of the success that we are seeing and we want to continue to see and to continue to increase.
Repeat successful action.
That's what it is.
How's that smoke? It's tasty, it's smooth, it's...
This is
like
smooth,
these.
it's tasty, and man, we're, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if they know, but we're in about 42, 43 degree weather. This is beautiful for this time. It is not hot, it is not humid, it is just right, and with the just right smoke right here. So
I'm feeling it. Now, bringing it back full circle to the Bitcoin thing and the money thing, about how people, everybody feels some type of way about money and whatever, and I think that if you look at, have you ever heard the term fiat? F-I-A-T.
Honestly, man, only the vehicle. Only the vehicle.
The Italian.
The Italian
car.
Tell me why, though. Tell me why.
So fiat currency is like paper currency, right? And fiat currency, if you look up the definition, right? Fiat means by decree, right? Like by the king's decree. And effectively what it means in terms of money is, because it's often called that term, fiat, is often used when you're talking about currency or money.
Correct.
What it means is that our paper money, right, it has value because it's legal tender, and it has value because people believe it has value. But effectively, it's just a government guaranteed piece of paper and backed by debt.
It is.
Effectively.
Yeah.
So, what I'm trying to get to is how, maybe one reason that people feel weird about money is because our money itself is fundamentally kind of flawed. Yeah. And what I mean by that is, isn't it kind of weird how, just in the last 2 years, they've printed more than 50 cents on every dollar?
Isn't that incredible?
And inflation. People are really starting to pay attention to inflation now that energy costs a lot of money, gas has gone up so much, the middle class is literally having trouble heating their homes and things like that. So the middle class, we know, is struggling. And maybe that has something to do with the fact that the government is just printing unlimited money. And maybe that is not a very efficient or good system, because it leads to something referred to as a Cantillon effect, which I just learned about.
Okay.
But I think it's kind of a cool term. The Cantillon effect means whoever's closest to the king benefits from the king. And so effectively how that translates is whoever's closest to the printing press, the Federal Reserve or the ECB or the English central bank or the Eurozone central bank, or the yen or this, that, or the other. If you look at the fiat currencies, there's only 3 or 4 that are actually worth much, as in the dollar, the pound, the euro, the yen, the franc, right?
What else?
And then everything else rides on the back of that.
100%.
But the rest of the world doesn't have a very good deal because that's not their native currency as such. So, but back to the Cantillon effect. The Cantillon effect is whoever's closest to the king benefits. Whoever's closest to the printing press benefits. And that's why we see equities and Wall Street just go up, up, up. But really, it's Wall Street's been doing great. Not so much recently, but during COVID,
in general,
its equities have gone up, real estate's gone up, and yet Main Street, if you talk to the average mom and pops, we're doing good on time.
Yeah, we're doing great on time. So listen, I'm gonna try to. No, this is still rolling, but we can still talk, right?
Yeah.
No, this is great. This is great.
One thing with my videos is
Talk to me.
I've noticed I just go too long, too strong. Not too strong, but too long.
Do you think so though?
Well, I think like especially if you look at like YouTube, right? Like the 10 minutes videos hit good. They hit better, but generally people don't want to watch no 45-minute thing. Just like it's gotta be you gotta capture people's attention and hit them with this and that, and then get out.
I mean, I feel that YouTube. Well, this is great, by the way, but YouTube Shorts and YouTube Longs are completely two different elements. I know that YouTube is the most effective way to build a brand or market your ideas, because the only way to build anything as it relates to a brand and or a following is to provide value. The only way to provide value is through entertainment and or education. Everything else is you're a PR agent for yourself. So then from in essence, bro, if YouTube for data such as this is incredible, because that is the second largest search outside of Google. It's YouTube. Everybody's on YouTube for data and information. So as much data.
Can you believe that Google bought YouTube for $1 billion?
Bro.
I think it was $1 billion. Same as Zuckerberg bought IG for $1 billion.
$1 billion.
Just $1 billion.
And you're just like, what?
Do you know that I read this yesterday? I thought this was interesting. Warren Buffett, guess how much he made just in dividends last year? Approximately. This might be a little rough, but
man, honestly, man,
guess. If you did know,
$790 million.
It's damn close. Shill got pretty damn close to the. That's Warren, baby. That's Warren.
Yeah.
I think it was 672.
Damn, man.
In dividends. Old man Buffett.
Old man Buffett, who's still in the same house, right? On the same route to work.
Yep.
You know, like debating whether he buys a coffee or not from McDonald's off the market. Yeah, you saw that. You saw that episode on Netflix. That is literally how he operates.
Wow.
His wife packs him extra change to buy 2 things from McDonald's or 2 things for breakfast, as opposed to 1, only if the market is doing well. Not even kidding. It
works for him though. Whatever works.
Oh my god.
That's awesome.
I was like 20 minutes. Okay, copy. So then so this, hold on, Coles. So this thing, so she said that hold on, I'm getting the data for this. I'm sorry I'm like back and forth, Coles.
Don't worry about it. I'm checking in with my missus as well.
Yeah,
keeping tabs on this.
Yeah, you have. They're always on us. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what having a significant other is like. Go ahead.
Love it.
Go ahead.
Love it. So I was ranting about the Cantillon effect. Basically, the people that are closest to the money that's being printed are benefiting. You know, the Wall Street is benefiting from. They've been benefiting from basically free money for many, many years. And I guess what I'm saying is like, I don't think people should ever make excuses, right? Because excuses are never going to help your individual situation, right?
Right.
But at the same time, is that like the system isn't working for a lot of people in the world?
No, it's not.
And I personally think that the system where we ask some old dude, Jerome Powell, how much the cost of money should be, as in like what the interest rate should be from the central bank, you know, the system where we ask one old dude what he thinks about it and we base our whole economy on that, it just seems like an old, antiquated, inefficient kind of system. And
it gives a selected group of individuals a whole bunch of power.
Absolutely. Like,
what we're going off of somebody's mind as opposed to actual data spread across the globe.
Bingo, bingo. And we're not going back to gold. Mm-mm. We're not going back to gold because I'm not going to rock up on my horse and buggy and give you some shekels for like some cheese and butter and like a sheep.
And I'll take your fatted calf as well. Exactly.
Done.
We're not doing that.
Done. Deal.
We're not doing that.
Done. 2 fatted calves. But that's not the world we live in anymore. So that begs the question: what is money? And up until 2008, 2009, when the Bitcoin white paper was published, I don't think we had an answer to that. But now that we have Bitcoin, I believe that we do have an answer for that, because it has the benefits of gold in that it's scarce, it's durable, it's basically the same thing as gold, but it's digital.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm not gonna explain all the benefits of Bitcoin in one video, because that's impossible. But like, my point is I think we've gotten to that point where we actually have an answer to this money problem.
And so the whole point would be to piggyback off that, to recognize that, study it, consume the data on it, and be ready to make a move within it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, because it all comes down, I could be totally wrong, right? I'm always going to approach problems as if I don't, like I'm happy to be corrected, right? Like, if a better argument comes along, if better data comes along, then I want to go with the data and the argument, because I'm not trying to just be right about something, because that's not a good way to like go through. Like, I'm always looking for like the best data and so, but that's what the data that I've gathered. I've come to that conclusion based on the data that I've been exposed to.
And you're going to keep consuming more and more data. Yeah,
absolutely. So yeah, like let's try to tie that together, because I know like my channel is focused on Bitcoin, but at the same time, like, there's a lot more to life than Bitcoin. Furthermore, like, there's a big world out there. And there's a lot of businesses and a lot of people and a lot of culture and things that are interesting, and so I wanted to tie in like the business and what you're doing with marketing at the Full Circle agency, and somehow tie that together. But it's just good to chop it up with you, man.
I mean, it is tied together in the essence of everything is a business, right? You don't make business moves without data. You're always making business moves because of data. Obviously, Bitcoin is anything and everything data.
Let me throw one more thing in there. Let me throw one more thing.
Yeah.
A lot of businesses are operating on margins so skinny, right? And they're like making copper wire out of pinching pennies, right? Like, and the thing is right now in such an inflationary environment, it's hard to operate on such skinny margins, because inflation is looking like double digits.
You can't operate off those margins. You simply can't. That's why you got to get into the right vehicle, have the right product with the right margins. And
so unfortunately, my battery died and the video stopped right there. I know it was absolutely a cliffhanger, but I really wanted to say thank you very much for watching, for making it this far in the video. Huge thank you to Michael Schill for spending the time and sitting down with me and having a smoke and discussing sales, marketing, Bitcoin. It was really a good time for me, and hopefully you guys got a lot from it. And if your business is looking to scale, I would most definitely recommend scheduling some time with Mike, who can help you do that. So thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you guys. And my channel is, I'm looking to encapsulate lots of different subject matter on the channel. Business, Bitcoin, all kinds of stuff, all the good stuff. So definitely make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks a lot.